Hi guys, welcome to another episode of KWR Details. Today we're going to be going to Ransomville, New York to Ed's Garage to have the Tahoe professionally crowned, which is their rust control, rust proofing, and we will see the whole process. Justin and Jip were actually very kind to let me in and let me film how they apply it and exactly what goes on. And then what we'll do is we'll have an interview with Justin afterwards. Justin is certified as well and the store manager for Ed's Garage. Stay tuned. I hope you enjoy. If you have any comments, questions, drop them below and we'll get them answered for you. I promise. So everyone, this is Robert. Robert tells me he's been doing this about 4 years. You can see he's getting the struts on my liftgate. And now what he's doing is he's taking the plugs out. They do drill into the body, your first visit. That's actually where rust starts, believe it or not. Rust starts from the inside out at those seams. So what he's doing now is he's applying Krown inside the liftgate. And what they do is they'll plug those holes. I'm getting the latch on my liftgate. And now he's applying Krown to my wheel wells. And to the doors. The inside of the doors, like I said, that's where rust starts, is at those seams. Moisture gets in there. And that's where rust starts. Cars rust from the inside out. Now this is going all the way back on the rear quarter panel. I'm getting some Krown in there. These guys are pretty skilled. Applying some to the rocker panel. A lot of General Motors cars are notorious for starting to rust at the rocker panels. And same thing with the front door. And believe it or not, this actually helps your windows from not freezing in the wintertime. If you live where it's very, very cold, if you've ever driven up to a drive-through window and tried to wind down your window to order and it doesn't open, well, this helps prevent that. So a little bit more for the rocker panels. And now he gets the hinges on the doors. Now he's getting everything under the hood included. You can see what a fine mist Krown is. It gets everywhere. And this actually helps with your electrical connections so that they don't corrode and they maintain contact. They actually have training so that they know every nook and cranny of your car, and they're able to apply Krown everywhere. Helps keep everything lubricated and functioning correctly in the sub-zero temperatures up here. And again in the wheel well. And here's a good shot of seeing how they apply Krown in your door panels. it goes all the way back, all along the rear quarter panel. And the rocker panel. And again with the hinges on the back door. So if you've never had your vehicle crowned before, because they get all up under the wheel wells, and you'll see later when it's up in the air, there is oil that gets on your brakes. So you will notice the first few times you apply your brakes, you do have to step on them a little bit harder. That's because the Krown is a very fine mist and seeps everywhere. Now, one thing you'll notice here is not only do they put a layer of Krown on the underneath, they also spray up into the components underneath of the truck, which obviously helps control rust on those parts. Now you can really see how the Krown gets all over your brakes. It really is a fine mist. It's meant to get everywhere. And Robert's using the long attachment to get all up underneath. Like I said, they don't just coat the underside, they go up underneath to get all the components. The engine, transmission, everything underneath, your exhaust. They truly are professional, and they do coat everything. What you'll notice Robert doing here is he's lubricating the chain and mechanism for the spare tire. If you've ever tried to change, if you've ever had a flat and tried to change a spare tire and that chain and mechanism is rusted, it's pretty much impossible to get that spare tire down. So this helps and pretty much guarantees you're going to have an easy time getting that spare tire down if you ever have a flat. So one of the other benefits of Krown. So what you're seeing here is Robert going back over his work and making sure he gets every single nook and cranny that he can coated in Krown. He's a good kid, does some pretty incredible work. So if you're watching this, I appreciate you and thank you, Robert. And here's the finished product. I didn't want to step too far underneath because I didn't want to get dripped on. But he did a very, very thorough job. Now this is Blake. Blake is power washing the excess crown off the truck. You'll see it does get everywhere. As you saw, it aerosolizes, and it ended up all over my camera and all over my glasses. But I wouldn't have it any other way. I really, really appreciated them giving me the opportunity to watch the process and be able to share it with all of you guys. It's actually very interesting to see how they do this. So Blake's going to power wash the truck. Then you'll see he's going to apply some of the Krown soap. I did ask him not to actually wash the truck, not to touch it with anything, because they do use a brush. Once they apply the soap, they use a brush to agitate, and this truck's been, the paint's been corrected on it, and that's a big no-no for me. The only thing that touches my truck is me, with some very soft wash mitts. So he obliged and power washed it off. Here he is applying some Krown soap, and then he's going to power wash that off later. What I'll be doing probably tomorrow, most likely, is giving it a rinseless wash, simply because the Krown doesn't rinse off very easily at all. I was actually surprised when they first put the truck up on the lift. I was able to actually see traces of the Krown application from last year, which was pretty impressive, because during the wintertime, I go through a car wash. It's a touchless car wash, but they spray the underneath. And I go through pretty much weekly in the wintertime, give or take. And I was pretty impressed to see some of the remnants of last year's Krown application. I've put my detailing supplies away for the wintertime because it is dipping down into the low 30s, mid 20s, high 20s at night sometimes here. So we'll be doing rinseless washes. Everything else is pretty much put away. So you'll be seeing that on a follow-up video shortly. Now let's go ahead and hand this over to Justin, who has some answers to your questions about Krown. This is Justin. We are in Ransomville, New York at Ed's Garage. Tell us a little bit about yourself, Justin.
So I'm Justin. I've been working here for about 12 years now. Long time. Actually got my master's degree in criminal justice, came here, and I love doing this stuff. I love working on cars. I got 2 little girls, 4-year-old, 2-year-old, happily married for a long time. Yeah, this is my life. I'm pretty much going to be running this place here very shortly. Good. So I just got my truck crowned. I've had, let's see, I think my last 3 or 4 vehicles crowned here. Yeah. Can you tell me what Krown is? So what it is, it's a light oil. We spray inside the doors, quarter panels, fenders, hood, tailgate, everything. You name it, we spray it, put it up on the 4-post lift. You can probably see it in the video that she's going to post here later on. We get inside the frame rails, unibody, everything. Everything is coated in a light oil.
Okay, what's the best time of year to come in?
So best time of year, a lot of people wait until the last minute, last thing on their mind. November, October, December, busiest time of the year. Actually, because it is an oil, best time to do it's while it's hot out.
Right. Well,
it's 80, 90 degrees out. Usually it's not 75 degrees out in November.
Right.
But usually the summer months is the best time to do it.
Right. Okay. And how long would you say it lasts for?
So annual application, make sure you get it done every year. We usually tell our customers, a lot of these Silverados, Sierras, Tahoes, Yukons, they don't paint the frames on them.
Right. Wax.
So you always want to keep it wet.
Yep.
So I highly recommend doing it in the fall, complete application. Come around April, we'll wet the bottom. Usually it's just the cost of materials. Yep. Not a bad idea. That's Garage.
Does your vehicle have to be brand new?
It does not. It's always best to get it done before the rust starts. So yes, it is better to do it when it's brand new. Krown does have a new vehicle warranty right through Krown. If it rusts or corrode from the inside out, from the windows down on the body, Krown will cover any repairs free of charge. A lot of people aren't really buying these $80,000-$90,000 vehicles anymore. They're going down south and finding a clean vehicle. So we've been doing a lot of 90s. You know, we just did a 77 Buick the other day. Not
Nice.
sure why he's driving in the winter, but hey, it's cheaper than an $80,000 vehicle.
You got it.
So
you
yes,
got
you
it.
could do it even if it's starting to rust. Thing about the rust, you're not going to slow it down, or you're not going to stop it, but you're definitely going to slow it down tremendously.
Right, right. And does it, say you have a brand new car and you have a warranty, does it void your warranty?
It does not. There's actually, I got documents. It does not void your manufacturer's warranty. I believe a lot of people think that, and the dealerships tell you that. They want you to buy a new vehicle every couple of years. And they want it to rust out.
Right.
When you come back for, you know, paint perfection or something rusting, they're pretty much going to tell you to buy something else.
Okay, so does the underneath of your vehicle need to be cleaned?
Before the application, not a bad idea. Being in Ransomville, we deal with a lot of farm equipment, so it's highly recommended. If you can, go through a car wash. Not a bad idea. If it's caked in mud, like a lot of farm vehicles that we deal with, yes, highly recommended.
Okay, okay. And does it drip?
It will drip for about a week. Usually the summer months when it's 80 degrees out, it'll drip about a couple days, more than a week. When it's 30, 40 degrees, it may drip for 2 to 3 days. If we get another dry spell, when it's kind of like this, yes, you may see another couple more days of dripping. So what the dripping does is pretty much what doesn't adhere to the steel. It's kind of doing its thing, creeping into all the seams and crevices where it's going to start to rust.
And I've noticed on my own garage floor before I had it epoxied, it doesn't stain.
No, usually the Krown degreaser usually takes care of it. Will stain concrete for the most part. Usually throughout the time it does go away. Asphalt, grass, stones is the best place to park. Asphalt, right, because it is so porous, it will leave spots on there, but usually the elements or the rain takes care of it.
Right. And it's environmentally safe, so
it is environmentally safe.
It's not going to hurt your grass, not going to kill your grass,
Nope.
So you can park on your lawn.
Yep.
So how long, I know you guys have to go and go through training. How
Yep.
long is your training process to learn how to be a technician for Krown?
So it all depends on the year. COVID was pretty tough. They used to come out to the shops, and then we kind of all meet here. We had the newer shops. There is a annual sales meeting in Krown headquarters right in Markham. That is every other year, and then they go to Jamaica. I believe they're going there this year. But we have to be annually certified every year to spray the product.
Okay.
So usually it's about like a 4-hour course.
Okay.
Start to finish.
The initial training or just the...
So every year we do a training.
Okay.
Because we're always getting new people on board, so they do the same exact training all over again.
Oh, okay. All right. Okay.
I believe that's the only rust proofing company that you actually have to get certified.
I think so too. I think so too, because there's all kinds of updates to...
Oh yeah, there's a ton of different companies.
Yeah.
Krown is the leading rust proofing company.
But I mean, there's different technology on these vehicles, and you have to learn, how...
Everything, what not to spray, where to spray.
Right.
Being a collision shop goes hand in hand.
Right.
Once
That
we get
helps
these
out.
quarter panels out, exactly, there's 3 panels in these quarter panels.
Right.
If you're just getting the one panel, you're not getting behind that second panel.
Exactly. So, what makes Krown better than the rest of them?
So Krown's been dominating the market for about 45 years. Obviously, we just talked about it. There's a ton of different companies out there. One being with Krown, you have to be annually certified to spray it. You cannot buy it at like a Napa or Advanced Auto. You have to buy it from a franchise. A lot of people think thicker's better. It's not. So Krown actually did tack, single tack, double tack, triple tack, made it thicker consistency. They actually don't even make it anymore. It does more harm than good. So fluid film consistency, it's a good product, but it's too thick. It doesn't creep in all the seams and crevices where it's going to rust. And then the last thing to say, with Krown being that we're annually certified, you can have the best product on the market, but you have to know how to spray it properly.
Exactly. Can you crown a Tesla or an EV?
Yep, we do it all the time. We
Do ya?
actually just did a Ford F-150. We opened up the hood and there was nothing there. It was a Ford Lightning. Weird.
And talk about too. This is something I forgot to actually write down on my questions list, but it also helps. Like your doors don't freeze in the wintertime.
Yep,
Your windows,
electrical connections, everything.
Yep, everything like that. Your windows won't freeze in the wintertime.
So we actually did a company, Relco, before they took delivery of the new tractor trailer trucks. They actually brought T40, the Krown Rust Proofing, to the manufacturer's Freightliner. They would spray every electrical connection and plug it back in before they took delivery.
Excellent. I actually use it.
Cool.
I use it on my trailer hitch. the electrical connections. I've worked all night, so I'm tired. But yeah, it helps with everything. I mean, it doesn't hurt your seals. It doesn't hurt anything. If anything, it helps, you know?
Yep. The only thing that there's issues with are the rubber seals around the doors.
Mm-hmm.
They tell us to spray silicone on them.
Right.
We cannot because it's a body shop. We don't need fish eyes in our paint.
That's right. That's right. And I know what fish eyes are too.
It's always cheap to repair, these rubber things than it is to repair rust.
Mm-hmm. And Krown not only does rust proofing, but what other products do they offer?
So they have an awesome line of cleaning products, from degreasers, glass cleaner, spot and stain remover, vitalizers, you name it. They pretty much make everything from concrete remover, you name it, they do it.
Okay. Oh, I'm gonna have to get some of that concrete remover. Wow. Well, thank you very much, Justin.
Absolutely.
Thank you so much for your time. I've been here. I've been coming here, like I said, probably 6, 7, 8. 10 years now.
I've been here a long time.
You
can see we just did a new showroom for the customers, so
yep.
It's a little more professional.
Yep, and every time I call and make my appointment, he knows exactly who I am.
Nothing wrong with that.
Thank you so much, Justin. We appreciate your time.
Thank you.
For anyone that's curious, these are the 2024 Krown prices, or you can go to krown.com for further. So, just wanted to give you guys an idea of how much the Krown drips. This is actually the second day. I did clean it up yesterday and I accidentally deleted that video. So this is about how much it drips. It's about 50, 55 degrees out today. So I mean, if you have a concrete driveway or asphalt driveway, yeah, it is going to stain, but the elements do take care of that eventually. But we installed this auto floor guard for the wintertime to keep the salt and water contained. But doesn't drip too much. It dripped a little bit more yesterday. I just mopped it up with a little bit of rinseless wash. So a couple final thoughts about Krown. I do think it is worth it. And you may not have a Krown place around where you live, but anything is better than nothing. Whether it's fluid film, whether it's wool wax, something is ultimately better than nothing. So for, what is it, about $150, give or take, a little bit more for bigger vehicles. I think it is well worth it, especially, it's only once a year. And the application process takes, first time I would say takes an hour, maybe a little more, because they have to drill into your doors, into your lift gate. But after that, the application's only like 45 minutes. It's so fast, and it gives you some peace of mind, knowing your vehicle isn't going to rust, especially if you live in the Rust Belt. This and detailing kind of go hand in hand if you want to keep your vehicle looking decent for years to come. I wouldn't have it any other way. I wouldn't think to not have a vehicle crowned. And again, your vehicle doesn't have to be brand new. If you buy a used vehicle, and even if it does have a little bit of rust starting on it, it's not too late to start. You're going to slow that rust down considerably. So I think it's an excellent investment. If there's any questions you guys have, if you have any questions about Krown, about the application process, just go ahead and drop a message below, and I'll give Justin a call. If I don't know the answer, I'll give Justin a call and we'll find out for you. So consider giving us a like and subscribe. And again, I just wanted to personally thank Justin and Jip for letting me into film to show the process. Thanks, guys.